Good morning, students. Welcome back to political science class. And today we will talk about political parties. Congress, BJP, NCP, Aam Aadmi Party. There's so many political parties in India and of course in the world as well. And these political parties perform many functions. This is what we will discuss today. What are political parties and what functions are performed by these political parties? Let us first define political party. What exactly political party is? See, whenever group of people they come together to contest elections and hold power in the government. So that group is a political party. So these people, why they come together? Because they have similar ideologies. Their ideologies are similar, their beliefs are similar, they want to run the country or the government with those ideologies. They agree on some policies and programs for the society with a view to promoting the collective good, right? And parties reflect fundamental political divisions in a society. And parties are the part of the society and thus involve partnership. So these people who are part of political parties are part of society only. These political parties are formed from the society, people living in a society. So for one line, a definition of a one mark, the first point should be enough, and you can give an example like BJP, Congress, NCP, CPI, and many more, right? Now, what are the components of political parties? Means how political, who all are there part of the political parties? Of course, first is the leaders, right? Right now, who are the prominent leader of BJP? Mr. Narendra Modi, Mr. Amit Shah, and for Congress, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi. So these are the leaders, and then the active members who propagate these parties. They work for the party workers we call them during the elections. Otherwise also they are quite active and they believe in the leadership. So these are the active members of the party. Then the followers, some people, uh, see, every citizen, I would say, living in a country would be following one or the other party. This is how, when the election happens, the people, those who are following a particular party, they vote for the party, and this is how the government is formed. So, for any political party, there are three components: the leaders, the active members, and the followers. Now, uh, can let us define these two terms. Partisan. Who are partisan? Partisan is a person who is strongly committed to a party, group, or faction. Okay, so whatever situation comes, this person will talk positive about that particular party. That means he will not have a balanced view on any issue, right? Let's say if there's a COVID-19 situation. So whatever party X is telling, as he is a follower of that party or a partisan of that party, he would always believe, yes, they are doing a good job, how the things are going on, it's wonderful. So he will not, even if that party is not doing fine means they are not handling the issues as expected, then also he will not have a balanced view. So partisanship is marked by a tendency to take a side and inability to take a balanced view on an issue, right? Now let us talk about the various functions performed by a political party. Very first, they contest elections. And in most democracies, elections are fought mainly among the candidates put up by the political parties. So political party for each constituency, they decide the candidate and that candidate contests the election on the behalf of party, right? So parties select the candidates in different ways. In some countries like US, the members and supporters, they select the candidate. But in India, the top leadership choose candidates for contesting elections. Okay. The second function is parties put forward different policies and programs. I was talking about the ideologies. On the basis of the ideologies, they put forward various policies, programs, right? And then the voters choose from them. On the basis of these programs and policy, every political party has an agenda, has an prospectus kind of thing, wherein they tell, they write their ideologies and what they want to do if they come in the government, and voters, they choose from these. Each of us may have different opinions and views on what policies are suitable for the society. So maybe one person says, yes, the secularism is what we need in a country like India. And the other view may say, no, we should give more importance to a particular religion. So this is again a different view and opinion. But no government can handle such a large variety of views. So what has to be done? In a democracy, many similar opinions have to be grouped together. Okay, and provide a direction which policies can be formulated by the government. And this is what the parties do. Okay, now let us talk about the third function. Political parties also play a decisive role in making laws. So laws, you have read this before, how laws are made in India. Yes, and through legislation. Laws are debated and passed in legislature. But since most of the members belong to a party, they go by the direction of the party leadership. If suppose a person belongs to BJP, right? And BJP brings some bill in the parliament, and even if that person, the member of parliament, uh, doesn't agree to that particular bill, but he has to give his yes because he is the member of that party. He has to follow the direction of the leadership. He cannot have a personal opinion there, right? Like in presidential elections also, if mm, X party is trying to promote one leader as a president, all the members of that party will vote in favor of that person, right? The next is parties form and runs the government. That's why parties are there for, right? So the big policy decisions are taken by political executive that comes from the political parties. So what parties do? They recruit leaders, they train them, and then make them ministers to run the government in the way they want. Now, one party comes to the power after winning the election. That is the ruling party, right? And the other party which loses the election plays the role of opposition. What is the role of opposition? They voice different views and opinions or criticizing the government for its failures or wrong policy. They are the whistleblowers. If government is doing something wrong, they keep check on their activities and try to criticize so that people come to know, right? And opposition parties also mobilize opposition to the government. So next time when there are elections, their party should win, right? This is what the agenda is. It's all the power game. Now, talking about next function, that is parties shape public opinion. How? They raise and highlight issues. Parties have lakhs of members and activists spread over the country. Many of the pressure groups are the extension of political parties among different sections of the society. Pressure groups like NGOs, then working for women, or working for the organization where all business uh, people are there, right? So often opinions in the society crystallize on the lines of parties take. So whatever uh, this newly passed law, triple talaq, right? So it is because of the, but from pressure groups only it started, and then parties supported it. BJP, they wanted this since they were in the power. They brought this bill in the parliament, and this is how the law was also made, right? The next is access to government machinery and welfare schemes is provided by these political parties. How? See, for an ordinary citizen, it is very difficult to deal with government procedures, visiting their offices and all, but they find it easy to approach to a local party leader, right? So that is why they feel close to parties even when they do not fully trust them, right? So if anyone has some problem, like there was a some time back, I was watching this news wherein a builder had given these flats uh, to the residents, like they had purchased it from the builder, and after a few months there were some problems in the infrastructure, there was leakage, and it was really in bad shape. And then they made complaints, but yes, nobody gave any heed to their complaints. So they complained it to the local party leader. Since that leader was in power, he helped the residents of that. Those people, those who were living in those flats, the building, instead of going making 100 complaints in government offices and all that, it didn't help. But yes, going to the local leader, it helped. So these were the functions which we have discussed. Let's see this caricature which is there in your textbook as well. Where have all our leaders gone at this time, or time like this? What they're reading? They're reading the nation in peril. Peril means in a problem, obstacles. There's a lot of problem going on. And where are all these leaders vanished when there were elections? They were making big promises. We will do this, we will do that for you. But now they all have vanished. Yeah? So, assignment for today, you will read the chapter till page number 74, till what we have covered, functions of political parties. And you'll write two questions in your notebooks. One is, what are political parties? Okay, what is a political party? Def Describe the various functions performed by political parties. Now, 5 functions minimum you have to write, and you will explain it as well. Then portfolio work, you will find out about various political parties in the countries like US, UK, China, Pakistan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. And also draw their party symbols. If you're not, the other way of doing it digitally also you can do it. Find the information and put it in a digital scrapbook you can make. Okay, that's it for today. So before I close, I just want to read this quote for you. One of the penalties for the refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. So each one of us need to be actively participating. At least we should know what is going on around us, right? So for that, do watch political news. That's important. Thank you.